So today I have two really cool products to show off. One of them is going to be a small soundbar that works over Bluetooth and wired if you wanted to. The other is going to be a small projector with tons of utility. And combined, they create the ultimate cheap home theater setup. Now we're going to go over everything in the setup, so let's go ahead and dive right in. For more content, do make sure to subscribe to this channel because we upload fairly often and focus on all sorts of tech products. So do make sure to leave us a like and comment any of your thoughts down below while you're at it. It really helps us with the algorithm. And if you want to support us further, then we've actually got a Patreon open which offers early access to content and special insight to projects that I'm always working on in case that is something that interests you. So links to everything down below. Now let's begin with a detailed unboxing of both so that you can get a pretty clear picture of everything that comes in the box. So let's begin with the speaker itself. Inside of the box, you're going to find an instruction booklet. This is called the SS01 speaker, by the way, and you will find an optical cable for wired use. You'll also get this particular audio cable included, a 3.5mm cable, and a barrel AC adapter for power. And then finally, a controller for managing your speaker from a distance if need be. And then there's going to be the speaker itself, which does look really nice, but more on that pretty soon. Now let's move on to unboxing the projector itself. Inside of the box, there's going to be a layer of foam, and beyond that, you're going to find the instruction booklet. You will also find a colored display cable to a 3.5mm jack for direct wired use. You will also get a full HDMI cable, a power cable for powering on this projector, a remote for controlling from a distance, even if there really aren't going to be any included batteries here, unfortunately. And finally, there's going to be the projector itself, which is very small, fairly light, and comes with a lens cover to protect the most important unit here. It's going to be a pretty great unboxing for both of these. And now let's begin by talking about the SS01 speaker. This is essentially a small soundbar that has a very modern look to it. Now the meshy part feels very nice, and it's dark blue, which adds some nice accents to this device. And you will get a power button, which also acts as your pairing button. You'll also get playback controls and the volume up and down. On the back, you do get a USB-A port, a 3.5mm jack, an optical port, and a power in connector as well. You're also going to find some mounting points around the speaker for mounting this on the wall if you want to. So in terms of sound quality, you do get pretty good performance out of it. It's nothing exceptional, of course, but it is pretty good sound that primarily emphasizes the bass response, and I have to say that they nail it nicely. This speaker also gets pretty loud in spite of its smaller form factor, and I'm pretty happy with it. Have a listen.
I think that the iPad Air is the overall better purchase for the money from a value standpoint. I really like my iPad Pro and the 12.9-inch model for that matter. As somebody that has to do a lot of editing, but still had to edit most of my content at home and primarily uses a Windows machine with Resolve to edit, can I say that the M1 iPad Pro was worth it? Was it worth it all in the end?
And now on to the second half of this setup, the projector. This is also another small device that packs quite a punch in terms of what it delivers on. It's comprised of plastic for the entirety of the build, and that even includes the lens itself, which offers distortion and focusing capabilities that are bound to come in handy. You're going to find some controls on the top that allow you to navigate the built-in UI, and this will be useful if you plan on using this projector from nearby, but like I said before, you also get a controller to remotely manage this device if needed. And you will get some inputs such as 2 HDMI ports, 1 USB-A port, a micro SD card slot, and 2 audio jacks if needed. You will also find a power connector as well on the opposite side. So in terms of the video quality, you do get a 1080p feed that does look quite nice. I never thought that I would use a projector unironically, but it is quite the trip. I mean, you're just staring at the wall with whatever content you're watching plastered onto it, but guess what? It looks really good, and the color image looks very clear and quite colorful too. Plus, you can make this display an image that's fairly large in order to accommodate most wall sizes. And it all depends on your space, and you won't exactly get infinite range or anything like that. It's decent enough to get a pretty good size going. So something about maybe 43 inches of what you would see on like a TV or something like that is about as wide as this can get. So I went with this setup to combine both the speaker and the projector and just go for something cheap that would offer a pretty sweet experience. These two combined are roughly $150, and it's a pretty sick setup in my opinion. It does feel like having a more personalized home theater experience that honestly just works. So in conclusion, I think that this is a pretty cool setup, and if you wanted something similar or just something like this in general, then I can strongly recommend it for you. But what do you think about this setup? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'm going to be leaving affiliate links, of course, in the description too, so you can grab these if they happen to pique your interest. So the next video is actually going to be about a fantastic light for improving your content, and then I'll be talking about the best XLR microphone for this year, and that is going to be for streaming and content creation. So there is going to be some more content creation content coming up forward pretty soon. So do stay tuned for all of that. And now I wanted to give a very special thanks to all of our patrons, whom are going to be all shown on the screen over here. Thank you so much for all of your support, because it really does go a very long way, and it is always appreciated, especially to Omar and Dalia for being tier 3. Thank you so much again. And do make sure to follow me on Twitch also, where I do stream every now and then, and on Instagram, where I do post every now and then. But until next time, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you for watching, and until next time, enjoy.